morning. So Jen, do you ever have one of those days where you just can't think of what to make for dinner?
Never, not me. Melissa, do you ever have company coming and just need a quick tried and true to serve for guests?
Yes, absolutely. And so today we're showing you how to make the most perfectly roasted whole chicken. There's something really rustic and organic about a whole roast chicken. It's a homemade comfort food for your family, and it's also really inexpensive, so it's a great go-to.
Yes, and you can even make it in the crock pot while you're out and about. And if you roast 2 chickens at the same time, you can magically transform your leftovers later in the week.
Yes. So let's get started. Jennifer and I always try to buy our chicken organic, and the reason why is that even though the chicken might be free range, if it's not organic, then it was fed whatever they wanted to feed it. So it's kind of that you are what you eat kind of a concept, that if you want the chicken to have had organic feed. So
it also tastes better
right.
too.
So preheat your oven to 425, and then you're going to actually place your roasting pan in the oven before you even start the process.
That's a nice tip.
Yes.
So now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pat your bird completely dry with paper towels. And you don't have to rinse the chicken. Research shows it doesn't provide any benefit, but if you're like me and you've grown up washing your chicken, it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So once you give it a nice pat dry, then you want to salt it. So add some salt all over, and you're even going to put some salt on the inside. And then you're going to put lots of pepper. And then you can also add some olive oil or butter to the top as well.
Right. So the next thing you do is you put it in your roasting pan, and remember we've made this really hot to begin with. So I'm going to put the chicken in here in just a sec. Let me put my aromatics in. So I have some garlic, some onion, fresh lemon that I chunk up into just kind of inch-sized pieces. The reason why we do this is to kind of infuse the chicken with flavor as it roasts. I use fresh rosemary, and you just really want to stuff all that inside the cavity, and you're not going to eat any of that. You'll take it out.
Smells good.
Right.
Yeah.
So next, I'm going to have you put some olive oil in the hot pan for me. And you guys will hear it sizzle. And then we're going to add a little bit of our veggies. And the reason why we do this is so that you can make a whole meal out of it. If you put some of the carrots and potatoes and things in, they roast while the chicken's roasting. And then you have a whole dinner with just one quick, easy step.
Awesome, awesome. So like we said, you remove the hot roasting pan from the oven. You know, put a few tablespoons of the oil in the bottom like Melissa just showed you. Place the chicken breast side up, and this will help the underside to cook evenly with the top.
Right.
And then also I'm just going to kind of finish it with a little bit more drizzle of oil there at the top. So.
Perfect, perfect. Once this is all done, then you're going to want to return it back to the hot oven, and again it's 425 for that. So
excellent. Now, when you're cooking the chicken, you're going to want to cook it for about 45 minutes, and try not to open the oven while it's cooking so it will really stay hot and cook evenly.
Then once you get it out of the oven, you want to immediately put a meat thermometer in the chicken. You want this to come up to about 155 to 160 degrees. It'll continue to cook a little bit as it rests. And if it's less than 155, you actually need to put it back in the oven for about another 10 minutes and then check it again. And that makes it so that it comes up to the perfect temperature of about 160 to 165.
Awesome. And let the chicken rest for about 10 to 15 minutes before you carve it so that the juices will really stay in the meat and it's yummy and juicy.
Nice and
And then
juicy.
if you want to just, you know, put some foil over it and keep it covered so it will stay warm too.
Yes. And now, Jen, you're even more amazing with the roast chicken. You do yours in the crock pot. So
I
tell
always
us
put
about
mine in the
that.
crock pot. So what I do is I place all the aromatics at the bottom so so the flavor comes up as it cooks. And then I put my chicken in upside down so the breast is at the bottom,
right?
So that meat stays really, really moist. And then it's really that simple. You cook it for about 2 hours, but every crock pot is different, so you have to be really careful because it's very easy to overcook your chicken. And then another tip is that after you eat it and you debone the chicken, I put all the leftovers back in the crock pot, fill the top with water, let it simmer overnight. And I can make homemade chicken stock. Thank you very much. I was never that kind of person, but I am now. So.
I think that's brilliant. And you can freeze that chicken stock and use it for
Absolutely.
however many other recipes that you need it for. So we've also included this week a recipe for your chicken leftovers if you roast that second chicken. And this is a green chili chicken enchilada recipe that's absolutely fantastic.
It's a wonderful go-to when you just need to throw a meal together in like 20 minutes. It's so super fast and easy.
Right. So we hope that you'll try our rustic roast chicken and kind of learn how to do this classic dish too. So
have a great week.